Hi all, my name is Emegwide. I am a teacher of English. I hope you're all fine. Well, we're going to have a new lesson today again. All right, we are still in Unit 4, Fashion, okay, and the second lesson is a success story. This lesson is divided into different steps. There is a learning context first, then revision and leading. After that, we'll move on to vocabulary. Then we'll move on to language function. And finally, we'll have a communication activity to do together. Okay, now let's read the learning context together. Sarafa, one of the best fashion designers in Boisflé, organized a presentation of his new creations last week. As the delegate of your school English club, your friends ask you to participate in that ceremony and report back to them later. Okay, so you see, you participated in a fashion show and you are going to report a few days later, okay, what you did there to your friends of the English club. So you will have to do it in English, of course. All right? Good. Now let's start with the second part of that lesson, revision and leading. Look at the pictures. What do they relate to? You see in picture 1, you can see a lady, okay, wearing a cap, okay. In the second one, she has a hat. So these ladies, okay, are fashion models, okay. You have a third one, okay, who's also a model, right? Good. So our lesson is about fashion. Now let's learn vocabulary related to fashion. Now you see fashion models, they wear new and fashionable clothes. But how are these clothes made? What do we use to make these clothes? Of course, these clothes are not made with hands. They are made with machines. A machine that is used to make clothes is a sewing machine. Repeat, a sewing machine. Again, a sewing machine. That's fine. And there are different people who make these clothes. All right, a woman who makes clothes for women, all right, is a seamstress. Right? Repeat, a seamstress. Okay? There's also a tailor. A tailor is a man who makes clothes. Okay? A tailor, it can make clothes for women or men. All right? Repeat, a tailor. Very good. So when these people, the seamstress and the tailor, make the clothes, now there are some people who are going to wear them to show them to possible clients, to possible buyers. All right? And these are top models. So a top model is a person who wears clothes to show them to possible clients. All right? Very good. And during a fashion show, they're going to wear these clothes, okay, and walk to show how nice they are. All right? So this is to parade. To parade. So during a show, top models walk one by one or in groups to show new clothing styles. All right? Now, let's repeat these words again. A sewing machine, a seamstress, a tailor, a top model, and to parade. Well done. Now we're going to reuse these words in an activity. All right? A practice activity. All right? Now, here are the instructions. Associate the definitions below with each word or expression in the box, like in the example. All right? So what are you going to do here? You have some definitions. You read the definitions and you find the words. All right? Example, a show during which new clothing collections are presented to the public is a fashion show. All right? A fashion show. All right? Now it's over to you. Okay, now let's correct it. Let's correct the exercise. Okay, so here are the answers. The first one was the example, a fashion show. Okay, number 2, a woman whose job is to make clothes is a seamstress. Number 3, someone whose job is to show clothes, hairstyles by wearing them at a fashion show as a top model. All right. Number 4, this is something we use for making dresses, okay, and different clothes. So it is a sewing machine. All right, a sewing machine. And finally, number 5, someone whose job is to make men's clothes is a tailor. All right, a tailor. That's very good. Now let's have a look at the second activity in this lesson. This is our language function. In this language function, we're going to learn how to talk about past events and states using, of course, the simple past. All right? Good. Now let's study these situations. Today, Yao goes to his farm. Today is Thursday, right? So that's the present. Okay? Fine. Today, Ali plays football. All right? So all these actions are done in the present. But if I say yesterday, the tense is going to change. Yesterday, Yao went to his farm. All right? Went. That's the simple past of the verb to go. Okay? Where did Yao go yesterday? Okay? Where did he go? He went to his farm. All right? Now, yesterday, Ali played football. What did Ali do yesterday? All right? Ali played football. All right? Did he play football yesterday? Yes, of course, he did. All right? Côte d'Ivoire became independent in 1960. You see, in 1960. This is in the past. So to become, became. All right? I did my exercises last night. All right? Last night is a time expression to say that something happened in the past. I did. To do, did. Okay? Now, this is something important. Kofi was in 5e, that's to be, in 2019. To be was. But this year, in 2020, where is he? Is he in 5e? No, it's not in 4e. So that's the present. Okay? But this year, in 2020, where is he? Is he in 5e? No, it's not in 4e. So that's the present. Okay? Well done. Now let's move on to our practice activity. Practice 2. Okay? You're going to complete the sentences, okay? All right, with the correct forms of the verbs in brackets. All right? Number 1, you see you have the verb play soccer after school last Friday. Okay, so play is the verb you're going to write into the simple past. Okay, so we have I played soccer after school last Friday. All right? Good. Now it's over to you. You continue the exercise. All right, I guess you finished. Now we're going to have a look at the correction together. Correction. All right, these are the answers. I went. You see, the simple past of go is went. I went to the disco last weekend with my friends. They heard. Okay, the verb plus is to hear. We say to hear, but the simple past is heard. So they heard. The new baby cried when it woke up. All right, number 4, we knew the old woman that used to live in the house across the street. Number 5, he took the ball that did not belong to him. All right? So, well, let's repeat it. We have take, took, know, knew. To hear is heard. To go is went. And to play is played. Now, it's important to tell you that here there are 2 types of verbs. Okay? Verbs that end in ed, like played, like arrived, like started. These are regular verbs. And you have irregular verbs like go, went, hear, heard, know, knew, take, took. All right? These are just a few examples. All right? Well done. Now, we have learned in this lesson some vocabulary words related to fashion. We have learned a tense. Okay? Now we're going to use all these elements in a communication activity. Okay? Now, let's read the instructions again. Sarafa, one of the best fashion designers in Boafle, organized a presentation of his new creations last week. As the delegate of your school English club, your friends asked you to take part in that ceremony and report on what you saw and did there. When you came back from the event, they asked you the following questions. Provide the answers. So, you see, your friends asked you to participate in a fashion show as their delegate. Okay? And when you came back, they asked you some questions to know, okay, about what happened there, okay, during the fashion show. So the questions are listed here. You read them and you answer them. All right, that's good. Now, let's correct it. Question 1, when did you go to the fashion show? Did you go? Okay, so here we have the verb to go in the past. Well, I went to the fashion show last Saturday night. Okay, what time did it start? It started at 8 p.m. Question 3, all right, where did the show take place? Okay. It took place at the Palace of Culture, okay, or the Palais de la Culture in Trècheville. All right? Now, who was present there? Answer, many people, young and old, were present. There were also many other stylists from African countries. Question 5, what fashionable clothes did you see there? Okay, I saw beautiful top models who paraded in African boubous, t-shirts and trousers. Question 6, was the show interesting? Yes, I like it a lot. Okay, it was a very exciting event. Okay, so that's good. That's the end of our lesson. Right? Bye for now and see you next time.